My name is Imani, and I'm a grad student at the New School studying media management. And yes, graduating in May, thank God. So I had a question about battling imposter syndrome in the workplace as a person of color and trying your best to assess and articulate your talent in those seats in places that you're one of only, because I've been a Black woman in a lot of my spaces, and now navigating marketing and media, I definitely want to know, like, what are the ropes with that?
Yeah.
I'll let you have this,
I
Vanessa.
can
I might chime in. I might chime in.
No,
but go
please,
ahead.
please. So imposter syndrome, I remember learning about it and being like, what? This has a name? Like, and again, it's the feeling of like, is this all fake? Like, do I really belong here? And I think life, especially when you're going after things that are challenging and you're going after big things and big impact, you're always gonna have moments of imposter syndrome. It's more so recognizing what's happening to you and what are some lies you're telling yourself. Because I think a lot of times we have like a mental game. Imposter syndrome is a very like mental thing. You're like, oh my God, like, do I really belong here? Am I? No, the answer is always yes. You do belong. There is a reason why you are there. And for me, I've always had to tell myself, no one in this room has the lived experience that I have. Period. Yep. So I know I'm an asset, even just for that. Even if I don't know anything that we're talking about in this room, no single person has the same lived experience as me, as a Black woman, as a Latina, as a woman, right? No one has that. And that is part of my superpower. So I think everyone, whether you're like Black, white, Asian, no one has your lived experience in this room. So when you're in spaces where you are the only one, or you're the youngest, or the only person of color, that mental talk of imposter syndrome, when that kicks in, you have to recognize, okay, is it me telling me this? Because no one else is telling me that. Like, did somebody in this room, did a boss come and tell me that I don't belong? Or am I telling me that? And once you learn to distinguish those voices in your head, you'll begin to silence them because you're living in your superpower. You're like, no, are you kidding? Like, I belong here. This is why. I might have an off day, but this is why I'm here. And I think those affirmations are so important. And you do belong. Because the industry, I'm telling you right now, the media industry does not look like us. And there's a reason why you're in this industry. There's a reason why you will be successful when you're in those rooms because of part of your lived experience. And not just that, because I think that's another thing a lot of women and a lot of people of color tell themselves, like, oh yeah, I'm here because No, it's also your knowledge. What are you learning in your learning season? People love to ask me about being a Black woman, about being a Hispanic woman, but it's like, ask me about being a marketer. Ask me about strategy and analytics, because I could also give you a badass answer there too. So again, know your superpower, know why you belong, and the industry needs all of us to progress.
Thank you so much.
That was good.
The only thing I will add to that brilliant answer, because I agree 100%. Everyone else in the room is thinking the same thing. Oh, yeah. That is the one lesson that I learned too late in life, is that everyone feels it. Everyone is faking it till they make it, so you are at no disadvantage. Be you, know your superpower, because they need it.